This show is going to be packed with rock and roll, soul, attitude. Mena Hardy on the Chris Top program.
I am the Dorkinator. I was sent from the future to make the world a safer place for all of the dorks. My primary objective is to dorkinate anyone who gets into my way. If you are not a dork, I will pummel your head between my mighty dorky thighs until you're dorkinated. I will smash you in the dorkhood like the little puny sissy baby you are. The future will be better for all dorks of the world. Now I have to get to the job.
I get Dollar Shave Club blades delivered, so I always have a shave with a fresh blade. Does that make me a genius? Yes it does. I use the 4X, aka the Lover's Blade. Just go to thechris.program.com and click on the Dollar Shave Club link, and you will never spend a fortune on shaving again. You might look at it as a great close shave experience, but I look at it as one step closer to being awesome.
Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there was a night of that class back in 1970. We didn't know about the World War Web was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groovy long hair, just walking in style with a portable MP3 player. You can listen to the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the music on the Chris Top program.
This is the Chris Top program.
And I'm the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. How in the hell are you doing, world? It is absolutely my honor and my pleasure to be here with you on this Monday. It really, really is. Are you ready for Christmas yet? Oh, I'm sorry if I did offend you. And you don't celebrate Christmas. Actually, I'm really not sorry. If it's Hanukkah, then happy Hanukkah. If it's Kwanzaa, then happy Merry Kwanzaa. Whatever. Happy Ramahana Kwanzmas. Maybe that covered most of it. I don't know. Now, if you feel the same way I do, and you think the whole politically correct thing with Christmas is just getting way out of hand, well, then you need to check out the Angry Sock Monkey. He's got a post on thechristopprogram.com. You can read about it, and it's actually it's a lot of fun to read. I mean, he just sits on the toilet all day, and he writes his blogs, and then he sends them to me. He doesn't like push them under the door, like he doesn't write them on paper and push them under the door and hand them. He emails those to me, so it's a good read, and if you agree that maybe Christmas is a little too politically correct. Maybe it's a little too, I don't know, commercialized. Maybe. I don't think. Yes, it is. So you need to check out Angry Sock Monkey on the Toilet. And I'm actually going to talk about another blog with you that's on the page. We'll do that on the next show, though. And there's lots of exciting things coming on the Chris Top program. We're going to have official jingles for the show. It's going to be fun. But I've got a friend working on that for me, so it should be pretty interesting. Now, today we've got Mena Hardy on the program. She is balls to the walls, rocking it out. I'm telling you, I'm going to try to get through. She sent me 4 songs. We're going to try to get through those because they're all good, and they all make me want to bounce off the ceiling, if that's possible. So we've got Mena Hardy coming up. So get your questions. Join the chat. What do you wait? Stop being a wuss. I mean, for crying out loud. I'm here with you today for 3 hours, give or take. So stop being a wuss. Stop hiding in the shadows and become a voice. A voice in my head. and join the chat.
Are you ready to be a podcast superstar?
Publishing your podcast is a simple 3-step process.
Produce your podcast.
Write your blog post.
Publish.
Think of it as a recipe. WordPress plus PowerPress plus Blueberry hosting
Equals success.
No third-party sites
You
to log
never leave
into.
your own website.
You remain in control.
You own your RSS feed.
Go to thechris.program.com and click on the Blueberry banner.
Your first month free. Let's talk about hotties, but on this show we're going old school with Historical Hotties, a Chris Top program production. I'm Chris Top. Thanks for listening to Historical Hotties. Today, Cleopatra versus Pocahontas. If you like women of power and great persuasion, Cleopatra could be the right fit for you. Julius Caesar and Mark Antony would probably agree. Not to mention every guy loves the slutty Egyptian costumes during Halloween. Daily belly dances, and as a bonus you get this endless supply of Egyptian slave girls willing to fan you and feed you grapes every day. Downside, she kinda had a thing for poisoning people. I don't know about you, but I'd hate to come home, pull back the sheets, and find a snake in my bed. Well, other than mine anyway. Alright, Pocahontas. So she's your typical daddy's girl. She's pretty good at saving men when death is knocking at their door. So I guess Cleo isn't the only one who can be persuasive. And once again, slutty Indian costumes can be very nice as well. And that's feathers, not dots. More than likely, Pocahontas would do anything to protect you. And also she would ensure that you're happy in every single aspect of your life. Wink, wink. Let's take a look at the downside. Being protective of someone could be a great thing, but being overly protective, I don't know, could lead to jealousy. All in all, Pocahontas was a peaceful chick, but like any other woman, when she turns jealous, she's going to turn into the devil, and that's when she starts noticing your scalp all of a sudden. You're left with confused Pocahontas, who just isn't sure about your relationship anymore, and she's all that stands between you and hundreds of angry natives. Cleopatra versus Pocahontas. If you're into exotic, persuasive women, Cleopatra and Pocahontas would probably both do. As a matter of fact, they'd probably make great real estate agents. This was really a tough decision, so I went for the most bang for the buck. You decide to go with Pocahontas, that's exactly what you've got, is Pocahontas. Nothing else. Plus, more than likely, you'll end up living in a teepee, you'll have to do yard work, you'll have to go out and find your own food. Big hassle. Cleopatra, on the other hand, has my pick. You not only get Cleopatra, but you get this entourage of hot young slave girls, and the icing on the cake, there's no yard work, it's all sand. I hope you enjoyed Historical Hotties. If you happen to have an ancient crush on a historical super hottie, please leave comments on my Facebook page. You never know, I might add her to my next show. Also, check out the Chris Top program on Spreaker.com and on iHeartRadio.
This has been a Chris Top production.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Mr. Pop. Take it from the top.
I do not, nor will I take any of you for granted ever, because there's a million other things you could be doing, but guess what? You chose to listen to me, and that makes me feel pretty darn good. It really, really does. Now, I've got a special guest on the show with me today. Now, Mena, I don't have too many rockers on the show, so you should feel really privileged.
I do feel privileged.
It's
probably a good thing you don't have too many rockers on your show.
I don't know. I mean, are you guys going extinct or what? I mean, do you just not have time for interviews, or what do you think it is?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we're trying to stay out of trouble, so we just...
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah,
now,
that's it.
I've got a burning question for you. I've been dying to ask you ever since I started listening to your music. Okay. Are you as much of a badass when you're not singing as you are when you're singing? That's my burning question.
I think I just keep my badassness off stage. I'm probably one of the most boring people you ever meet off stage.
No way. I figured you had like a Harley that had like a laser gun on it and you went around and just kicked ass or something.
You know what I got? I got a bicycle. That's what I got. I got a bicycle and I ride it around town, and that's how I get around.
Okay, I feel better now because I was a little scared to talk to you at first. So do you do a lot of live performances?
Yeah, I do actually.
Oh, okay. So if somebody wants to see you live, see you perform, then how do they find out when you're going to do it? Is it on your website?
Yeah, it's all there.
So everything.
It's updated every couple of days. So.
Okay. So you're on top of that stuff.
I try to be as much as possible. Yes.
Okay. So if you just tuned in, we're talking to Mena Hardy, the badass bicycler here on the show. No. Okay, so what are some of your influences? Because I know you originally came from Canada, but I would have never guessed that unless I read your biography.
Yeah. I'm still here in Canada.
Okay, you're still in Canada.
Yeah.
Okay. So, see, I would have never known that because in your biography, you talk about the South and Southern rock and stuff like that. And I would have never, ever, ever dreamt that you came from Canada. Not that coming from Canada is a bad thing. It just seems like you would be my neighbor here in Tennessee.
I know. I think Southern rock, it doesn't really have a geographic classification anymore. It was definitely born out of the South, deep South. It's kind of, from bands like Lynyrd Skynyrd and all that. But I think it's just the style of it. That's what I'm aiming for. I like the slide guitar. I like the heavy emphasis on guitar. And I mean, it is a genre, but it doesn't have to be from the Southern United States. Mm-hmm. However, I am from Southern Ontario.
Oh, okay. Well, that works then.
Yeah, so technically it's correct.
Now, do you ever get a chance to come down to the States at all, or do you just stay in Canada?
Oh my God, there's so much red tape involved. As an independent artist going to the United States, it's very difficult. Visas are very difficult, very expensive to obtain, and there's a lot of red tape. And that goes for American artists who coming into Canada. So I'm definitely working on that. It's not in the near future, but yeah, I definitely want to start playing in the United States for sure.
Well, jump on your bicycle, and I'll have my people meet you at the border.
Okay, well, unfortunately, I need to bring gear down.
Oh, I forgot about the gear.
I have a basket on my bike.
There you go.
I don't think it's big enough for a couple of amps and a PA system and a few guitars. I don't think it'll work, man.
Well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it after the show, maybe. We'll see.
Okay,
we'll see what we
get me to America, please, Chris.
I would love to see you in Nashville.
I know.
I mean, it just seems like that's where you belong.
I think I'm more Southern than the Southerners.
You may be.
I think so, yeah. I'm just missing the accent.
Have you been practicing y'all?
Yeah, I love it. I love the difference between y'all and all y'all. Somebody explained it to me. Y'all is singular and all y'all is plural, right?
Something like that. Either one really works either way.
Awesome.
So you can get away with anything as long as you say y'all, like every other sentence.
Oh, I do say y'all, actually. Well, I stick it in my status updates, and I definitely emphasize that culture. Definitely.
So
you're
good. You're good.
Thank you.
Now, I want to try to get, and I told the listeners that you sent me 4 songs, and I want to try to get all of them in if we can.
Okay.
So I want to go ahead and get started. Now, did you write all these songs, or did you co-write them, or what?
I wrote them all.
You wrote them all. See, so you are more than just a pretty face and a talented musician, but you're also a writer.
Well, thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Yes, I'm a singer, a rock singer-songwriter.
Okay.
In fact, I won an award, a nomination, John Lennon Songwriting Competition in 2012.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's really good. I've never won that before.
No. Well, you kind of got to write music.
I knew it. There's always a catch. Now, what is Living It Up about?
Sorry?
Living It Up, the song, what's that about?
Oh, Living It Up is basically, it's about rock and roll and the party lifestyle and, life in the fast lane, definitely. It's about a crazy party scene that's within the rock and roll industry. So
now, does this music reflect your life, or does it reflect how you would like your life to be, or are you getting this from experiences through friends, or is this you or what?
That was me at one point. Yes.
Ah,
yeah.
Okay.
Not anymore, no. But yeah, definitely. I think every rock and roll musician goes through it at one point in their life, for sure. It's definitely prevalent in the industry.
Okay, so this is Living It Up right here on the Chris Top program. Mena Hardy.